Whether you're a team photographer, a member of the media, or even a volunteer, taking photos at a fast-paced robotics competition can be quite a bit challenging. Back when I first covered an event like this, I had many doubts about what to do, and my experience there taught me a lot. Last year, I was even chosen to take photos at the finals, hosted in Houston, Texas. Now that I did coverage again this year, I got reminded of what it means to take photos there, so today I'd like to share some tips and advice on doing media coverage for FIRST. I'm Kevin Chairez, Mexican photographer and content creator. Let's get started. Before even talking about camera stuff, let's get down to the absolute basics. Make sure to bring your essentials at all times. Your media pass and your safety goggles, or these things if you're as short-sighted as I am. Keep the event schedule handy on your phone. However, it can change at any moment's notice, so always work with that in mind. I'd suggest wearing a light jacket with plenty of pockets to store things. You don't want to be waiting for that decisive moment only to find out you're running out of battery or memory and having to reach and search for either or both and miss that essential shot. Finally, in terms of clothing, you're going to walk a lot and are going to be on your feet for long hours. I cannot stress this enough. Please bring some comfortable shoes. You'll thank me. Now let's talk photography. These next tips are for people who are new to using a professional camera. If you're experienced, you can skip to the next chapter. So if this is your first time with a professional camera, look into the different shooting modes. I encourage you to use shutter priority or manual if you're more comfortable. This is because you'll have to use a relatively fast shutter speed to capture both the moving robots and excited people without having blurry subjects. This will be around 1/500th of a second or faster when taking photos of the action, and perhaps a bit slower if you're taking photos of the pits. Talking about taking photos in the pit areas, here are some tips. Try different angles. Getting way down or way up will allow you to achieve different impacting compositions. Bring a light source. Most of the times the venues are illuminated for our eyes, but just not properly lit for photography. Bringing your own light will help you out not only to illuminate, but to have a special pop in your photos. I usually bring either a flash or an LED light. Sometimes these places get way too crowded, so a wider lens will help you capture these spaces without evoking a claustrophobic feeling. Now let's talk about the matches. The robots are really exciting and brag-worthy, but often outsiders won't understand how cool they are even in action. The robots by themselves rarely can give enough context of what's truly going on, but faces can. So to take people's reactions, if your desired team is in the corner closer to the media zone, place yourself there to capture their expressions. Otherwise, get yourself to the opposite side and zoom in with a telephoto lens to capture their faces. And talking about reactions, getting photos of the crowd is a good choice too. Pay attention to those who react the most, so you'll get a quick pan from the match action towards the public and get both sides in a flash. But if you do want to showcase the fast-paced nature of the roads, a creative shot you might want to try is doing a panning shot. To achieve this, lower your shutter speed, put your camera in burst mode and take several photos panning at the same rhythm, direction and speed as the robot, so you get photos that look like this. Although, expect plenty of failures per one successful photo. Now, bringing lights, spare batteries, cameras, wide-angle lenses, telephoto lenses and a bunch of other stuff will get you tired quickly. Something that will help you alleviate the weight is placing your camera on a monopod. Otherwise, make sure not to overpack and carry just what you need. I hope you find these tips useful and make sure to leave a tip of your own in the comments down below. I'm Kevin Chairez and I'll see you in the next one.